Good evening. This is your daily SHIELD briefing. Albeit it's not daily, it's more like a yearly SHIELD briefing. That's right, you guessed it. It's Agents of SHIELD time.
So, you've come to witness the arrival. Daisy!
Season 6 ended with the defeat of Izel, the temple sword fight with May, who got knocked into a strange world, but made it back.
But just when it looked like she was going to die, Simmons shows up, and her hair is different. You go, huh?
Simmons shows up, takes them onto the plane. The plane looks a little different.
Like, very different.
They put May in a healing chamber, and Yo-Yo is just recovering from the Shrike that left her. They say, where's Fitz? No one can know. What does that mean?
Simmons, what's going on here?
And then they zap backwards in time to 1931.
Oh.
Wait.
But after Sarge, who turned out not to be a good guy, but a bad guy, is foiled, Simmons and Fitz, with the help of some Chronicom tech, bring us a LMD Coulson.
Yay!
And that's how we end the season, with the hope of seeing Coulson once again.
Hey guys.
This video is going to be a bit different. I'm trying something a bit different, which is me not being as organised. Yeah, great video idea. Straight off the bat, I'm going to just mention how annoyed I am with that America is 5 to 6 episodes already in. They're nearly finished with Agents of SHIELD, and not even a word about whether it's coming to the UK yet, which has really miffed me off. I mean, I don't know what E4 are doing, because normally they're the ones that take the series on, pardon me, take the series on and air it on TV in the UK. So I'm a bit disappointed by that. I can't help but feel it's not going to happen on television in the UK. We're just going to have to wait until it comes out on Disney Plus or Amazon Prime again. So that's disappointing, not going to lie, that's very disappointing. How we're supposed to go for goodness knows how long, without spoilers, I do not know.
When he gets here, just count the dough. Let me do the talking.
You got it, boss.
You're early.
Who the hell are these guys?
You boys lost?
I'm Ascension Chronicom from the planet Chronica 2.
Good for you. Now beat it, before we make you freaks regret being born.
Chronicoms are not born.
Warning you. Last chance, pal. Take 'em, boys!
What do you want?
Your face.
So you're saying to save S.H.I.E.L.D.?
We have to save Hydra.
Now, presumably season 7 starts with time traveling because, well, for one, Chronicons have gone back in time to what we presume is either to try and invade Earth or to try and stop S.H.I.E.L.D. So that in turn saves their planet. But they've got some sinister motives, basically. There is some question as to who travelled back first. Like, did S.H.I.E.L.D. travel back in time and then the Chronicons followed them, or is it Chromicon or Chronicom? Chronicom, not Chromicon. Chronicom. Sounds like some kind of fan convention. So, did S.H.I.E.L.D. travel back first, or the Chronicoms? I think it's probably a safe bet that the Chronicoms travel back in time first, and then S.H.I.E.L.D. had to follow them there. Otherwise, why would S.H.I.E.L.D. go back in time? There'd be no reason to go back in time if the Chronicoms hadn't. Or would there? I don't know. It shows you how much I know. Now, if you've seen the main trailer, the main build-up for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 7, you'll know what I'm on about when I say in the trailer, the Chronicoms say that they want the police officer's face. And it's a bit of a harrowing scene where they kind of laser his face off and it goes blank like a mushy egg. Great description, I know. Now, there's a bit in it where Coulson says that they have to save Hydra in order to save S.H.I.E.L.D. Why? Well, we don't know why, to be honest. Presumably, they don't mix well, the Chronicoms and Hydra. They get in each other's way. I guess in a way, S.H.I.E.L.D. exists purely because of Hydra. If Hydra didn't exist, S.H.I.E.L.D. wouldn't exist. So in that sense, maybe, in a weird kind of way, the Chronicoms are trying to stop Hydra from existing, in a way. Maybe that's how they figure out that they have to stop S.H.I.E.L.D. from existing. They, therefore, remove the reason for why they existed. Remove Hydra, you remove S.H.I.E.L.D., therefore, save the Chronicom planet. Chronica 1, I presume it is. Now, I have to say, I'm a little bit worried because we don't see in any of the trailers for Season 7 Fitz. We don't see Fitz. I don't know where he is. I don't know where he's going to be. I'm not even sure. I haven't looked because I don't want any spoilers. I don't even know if he's on the list of actors for the series. I'm happy to be proven wrong for that, but I hope he's in it. It's not really S.H.I.E.L.D. without one of its key members. And I hope the actor hasn't given up on the series. It's the last series, we need him in it. Especially seeing as though that there's been hints, not even hints, pretty much it's been said by people within Marvel that it's going to tie into the MCU, so we want Fitz back for that. This version of Simmons is from the future. During the end of Season 6, it wouldn't have been possible for her to suddenly appear where Mac and Yo-Yo and Agent May were, just suddenly appear like she did. So she's from some other point in time. Stuff's probably gone wrong. I wondered if possibly Fitz maybe died in the future again. Bit grim. He's always dying, it seems. Not as much as Coulson, obviously, but you know, that's Coulson. Let Coulson do Coulson. But she looked a bit detached and a bit somber. And I wonder if something's happened in the future which has made her do this to try and save everyone's future, her future and Fitz's future. Now, we know that we're getting Agent Sousa from Agent Carter in this series. Now, whether we're getting other Agent Carter cast members, and well, who knows? That would be great if we did, and it'd be really good, I think, if they could almost tie up the end of Agent Carter as well as, obviously, S.H.I.E.L.D., because we were left on a cliffhanger at the end of Season 2 of Agent Carter, and the series just suddenly finished. So there was no closure there. If they're clever, they might be able to find a way to do that. And I've got an idea of how they might go about that, which I'll explain in a minute. Now, if the Chronicoms are trying to stop S.H.I.E.L.D., one way they might try and do it is to somehow stop Peggy Carter from becoming the head of S.H.I.E.L.D., because she's one of the founding members of S.H.I.E.L.D. And therefore, if they can do that, they might save their species, their planet. I did wonder, could Jack Thompson from Agent Carter, could his death at the end of it, at the end of Season 2, have been thanks to a Chronicom. Now, if you remember, he gets shot holding a file, which I believe, if I'm correct in remembering the end of season 2 of Agent Carter, that file was the one that Vernon Masters used to try and frame Peggy Carter, I think. Now, what if that mysterious person that came in and shot Jack Thompson was actually a Chronicom using that information to try and frame Peggy Carter and stop her from becoming the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. Far-fetched, I know, because I think, what was it I found out? I think Agent Carter is set in the 40s, whereas I believe, initially at least, season 7 of S.H.I.E.L.D., they're going back to the 30s, New York 30s. But it's also been said from Clark Gregg. He's also said that they're going to be visiting other decades. I think the 70s, I think they said they'd go to the 50s as well. So it's not impossible that they move forward a few decades and the Chronicoms are still on Earth, and they maybe tie in the end of Agent Carter season 2. And I don't know, I just think that's a way they could almost kind of wrap up and explain what happened to Jack Thompson at the end of Agent Carter, and almost tie it up neatly, at least link it back in so that it makes sense. Now, some people have theorised, could the way it ties back into the MCU, we could possibly get a point at which we see a young Captain America, obviously pre-serum and before he does, you know, anything super heroic, and obviously it wouldn't be Chris Evans.
I can do this all day.
But could we see a young Steve Rogers, and S.H.I.E.L.D's intervention is what inspires him to go on and want to be a soldier? Who knows? Those were just theories I've read about. Hopefully, though, it will explain. I mean, it won't do this without Peggy Carter in the series. They can't do this unless they actually get Hayley Atwell into this series. But hopefully it will find a way to explain the inconsistency between the end of Agent Carter and the end of Endgame. And that inconsistency being that end of Agent Carter, Sousa was a love interest. But at the end of Endgame, obviously Steve goes back in time and Steve's her love interest. But Agent Carter seemed to imply that, you know, Sousa was the person she'd go on and have a family with. Will it make out, now that we have a multiverse, it could make out that there's another timeline, 2 separate timelines, one with Peggy Carter with Sousa and one with Steve Rogers, 2-timing Jezebel. It'd be good if we could bring closure to this issue, and especially just general closure to Agent Carter, which we didn't get, because there's a lot of questions that Endgame left there that were never officially answered, because I remember the Russo brothers and the Endgame writers, I forgot their names, Endgame writers, Stephen McFeely and someone else. They disagreed, the writers and the Russo brothers disagreed as to basically what happened with Captain America at the end of Endgame, whether there was 2 Captain Americas and whether there were 2 separate timelines. There was disagreement, and so there's no official version of this. No one's officially said this is the case as to what happened with Captain America. So it's left to us, for the moment, to decide for ourselves what happened, unless this final season of S.H.I.E.L.D. can do some of the work for us. So that was my very brief predictions for season 7, just my brief thoughts. Not very well planned out video. I know it's late, it's very late. Although I say it's late, it hasn't come out in the UK yet, so it's not late for us. It's just late for those of you in America that might be watching this, but realistically, yeah, no one in America is going to be watching this. If you like the video, please do leave a like. If you like my content so far, goodness knows why you would, do subscribe, and let me know what you think, what predictions you've got for this season. And Also, if you do have any information about when the series might be coming to the UK, please do let me know. I will be eternally grateful. Until next time, that has been your yearly S.H.I.E.L.D. briefing, and probably your last S.H.I.E.L.D. briefing of all time. Actually, no, it might not be. I might do another one after I've seen season 7 of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, yeah. On that note, bye-bye.